Okay, guys, one of my favorite stocks is Sofi, so I had to cover it. It took a while for this to happen. So, if I'm looking at bigger cap stocks, usually stocks, on over $10, I love to usually use a weekly candle analysis. And what you're seeing right now is my weekly candle chart thesis here. So, we just started to make an uptrend back in October. Okay, you see this 1004. We could see that price is making an uptrend, and when price hits this upper band, it's extremely bullish. Okay, doesn't mean you buy it there because as you can see, price can easily sell off. Where they sell off is my EMAs. You guys know me, I'm an EMA. I love EMAs. Okay, they work, they're efficient, they're in support and demand zone. I love it. Okay, they get me precise entries, but I don't just rely just on that. I have to use other factors. I have to look at the company, the fundamentals, and all that. I like SoFi. Okay, and all that's good. You can use Simply Wall Street is a great way to look at their valuation and all that. But as you can see, very massive uptrend on the weekly chart. So check. I love that. And so what I then look for is price to come back to my EMAs. All throughout here, you can see when we started to make the uptrend, you can see right in here, we touched this EMA 5, and we had this massive bull move of 17% in one candle. But as you can see, all the way from this entry to here was a 75% gain. I like to see the minute this EMA 50 is at that bottom, that you know the trend is reversed. You can see, look at SoFi. What has happened to SoFi? Well, you can see you were in a downtrend for quite some time. Right in here, you can see you were in a mini uptrend, then you come falling down to where price is rejected on all these EMA 50s. Yeah, price can go a little above it, but at the end game, it keeps going down. So when I see price shift here, this is how you get in an early uptrend. Granted, I'm not going to say I made this whole move here, but I will say I keep taking those 10% gains. Okay, when a 10% shows for me and I make money, I take that 10% and I move on. Okay, and I hold just a small position at break even to say, hey, just because of this EMA 5 right here, this went from $10 all the way to 17, making 69% gain. Okay, so now here's the opportunity here. We hit the upper band, so it's more likely we're gonna bounce back down to that EMA 5, and guess what? Just from this EMA 5 made me another 16%. I take the 10% and run, and then when those levels get hit too often, usually 1 to 3 times, 3 times or more is too much. Like right here, we hit the EMA 5, we hit the EMA 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can kind of see like we're due for that next level, okay? And so what I noticed in my experience, remember, EMA 5 and 10 are usually your biggest moves up. Right in here was the most massive move. If you can find these trends early, that's how you make the big moves. Not when everyone else is finding it and seeing it. But I do have a strategy though, and because I see long-term vision in this. I can see at the weekly. I can see even at the monthly. You see, it's a whole new trend, guys. Even on the monthly, long term, look at this. Here's the monthly. We were down below these EMAs. We could have a solid year of uptrending on this monthly chart too. But I'm really liking the weekly for these entries. Right in here, pullback at the EMA 10. I'm in all day at 1436. All day, guys. That's my next level. We never hit this EMA 10 all throughout this uptrend. So price finally pulls back to the 10. In, okay? Now here's what you do. 10% from this area, okay? Right now, for my buy zone, I am up, just slightly. I'm up about 3%. So what I'm looking for is, around 10%, and that is if this price kind of recovers to this high here, right? Around 1585 is really what I look for as my first target, because that would be your 10%. Use your data price range, draw the 10%, and this is what happens. I'll take 90% of shares off. So if I have 1,000, I'll take out 900. Take that 10%, that if price does pull back, because we don't know, the market can be ugly, it can have a correction. I locked in that 10% no matter what, and then I hold my other shares at break even. So if price just dips all the way back down, no problemo, I'll get into another size, okay? So that's the solution I'm doing here. And the more you guys watch these videos, you're going to be like, man, this actually does work. I really like it. It's safe. You're not being greedy. You're taking profits. Because I'm telling you, there's so many plays like this that present, and you play those on the side, and then you wait for SoFi to come to that next level. So since we hit the EMA 10, I won't play it another time, okay? So I'm looking for this EMA 20, and that's way out at around $12, but it's going to keep going up as the weeks go by. So after a new week, this EMA, you can see this EMA 20 went up about 30 cents, okay? So do keep that in mind, because people ask me, well, just tell me what a price to buy at. Well, you have to look at your EMAs, okay? For this week, it was at 14.41. That is your buy zone, okay? That's right there on that EMA 10. Sometimes I put it just a slightly above it, because a lot of times price will kind of get really close and then go up from it. But I'm really liking Sofi. This is a really solid company. And if you guys understand too, is what's nice is you can do covered calls on this. So let's just say this don't work my way, right? I don't make my 10% and it just goes all the way to the 20. I'll buy some more shares at the 20. It'll make my average like in the middle point, right? Because I'm going to buy, probably about the same amount of shares. My average is right down here. I might buy a little extra. And then I'll be like, okay, I'll hold it for a little bit. And if it just doesn't work right away, I can sell covered calls, make my premium go, or make my average price go even more. Let's say I sell for like 30 cents of premium. And guess what? Let's say I have right here at 13.41. Well, then I'll have a solid like $13 average. And then there's a whole new cycle of videos for that in my Discord that you can learn about on how I do it, on how this strategy, it doesn't matter. If you buy at these areas, your success rate is extremely high, okay? And then that last line is support is that EMA 50. I don't see that going. If you see the bands like this really spread out, that means there's going to have to be some really big news to make it go to those next levels. A lot of times you're going to see this. Support here, come up. EMA 5, bounce. EMA 5, bounce. EMA 10, bounce. And you get those bounce effects ideas, okay? Since this is the first time hitting the 10, I'm not lying. I think we can go above the new highs. I would not doubt it that we go above this $17 and we keep skyrocketing. I see that so many times. It's beautiful, okay? But I have a backup plan. I take my 10%. I hold the rest at break even. That if it wants to explode up, I'm there to enjoy the party. If it doesn't, I take my gains. And let's just say it goes to the EMA 20 on the weekly. Well, I buy shares on that 20, and then I start selling covered calls, reducing my average. And if it takes a week or two, I am totally fine. I'll be there because I believe in the long-term vision of this company. That's why I'm looking at weekly charts. That's why in the weekly chart, we have a massive uptrend. I believe in that. And the monthly chart, you can go to the month. What do we have? In the first time in history of Sofi, we have been trending upward on a monthly. So every long-term period is good. And that's what I look for, because if I have to hold a week or two or a month, I'm totally fine, because I know in the end goal, these are going to be trending up, as that's what the trend has been doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to join the premium Discord, I'll let you guys know when I get in on Sofi. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. All you got to do is hit day trade alerts if you want to become a member, and it's literally only $12 a month. That's the most exciting thing is, and you're going to have access to real-time swing trade alerts that I've been doing to keep me a full-time trader, and then day trade alerts on how to do a very unique strategy that you probably won't find any on the internet on how to sell credit spreads. That might sound really confusing, but I'm going to take you step by step on how to make money every day. You heard that right, every day. If you want to make $50 a day, I'll tell you how much you need to have. If you want to make $500, I'll tell you how much you need to have. And it's not that much money that you need to have. So I hope you guys do decide to join. Give it a shot. It's really not that much. If all else fails, it's $12, It's like whatever. But if you hit server shop here, you can read about the two products. Let me click it again. You can see I offer Swing Trading Plus for $6 a month, or if you want both services, Day and Swing Trading Plus is $12 a month. It's the highest tier. You get access to live streams, mentorship, and all the channels will be unlocked. And like I said, just hit Day Trade Alerts to access it. So key things to take away. I love Sofi. I'm very bullish on it. I think this is a really, really beautiful chart. I can't, all this is a big move up. Let's have a resting phase. That's all Sofi's doing. We need to have a resting phase. We went from $6 to 17. Let it cool down a bit, and that's what these Keltner channels are showing us. It can't sustain that. It's imbalanced, and then we get on the new, and then new bulls come in, which is me at that EMA 10 and 20 now. So we already made good money on this. We played the 5 2 times here, right here and here. Early trend here. When it touches the upper Keltner channel, that means it's extremely bullish. So hitting the EMA 5 is most likely to bounce, which it did, and then we just keep playing it from there, guys. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord, also do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. If you have an Android, you will have to do that. Or use your phone's browser. But I hope you guys like this video. This is technical analysis that works using a bigger time frame to find the trend, be safest. I'm a very safe player. I want to stay in the game, and that's how I've been trading for over 6 years with an over 90% probability ratio doing stocks like this. And like I said, I mentioned cover calls to make it even higher in case it don't work right away. If you guys like the video, give it a like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next one, and let's make some money together. Peace out.